Now begin with the Saudi foreign minister having leveled fresh accusations against Lebanon's resistance movement Hezbollah.
Lebanon is a tragic situation. It's a country that was hijacked by a foreign country through a militia that is a terrorist organization. That's what you have. Lebanon is dominated by Hezbollah. They either do it subtly or they kill you. And we've seen that. It's the only entity that has an armed force in the country, and they use it against their own people.
Adel Jubeir made the remarks during an international conference in the Italian capital, Rome. He said the only way Lebanon can prosper is to disarm Hezbollah. Accusations against the resistance movement came as Lebanon repeatedly praised Hezbollah's key role in the war against terrorism. In October, Lebanese President Michel Aoun defended the resistance movement's possession of arms, stressing that Hezbollah forces are essential in defending Lebanon. Hezbollah, which has been in coordination with the Lebanese army, maintains that it needs to be armed in order to defend Lebanon against any potential future aggression by the Israeli regime. Joining us now out of Berkeley, California, Mr. Paul Lourie, Middle East expert and commentator. Hello, Mr. Lourie. Thanks for joining us back on the program. So now, your thoughts on Adel Al-Jubeir's accusations that Lebanon has been hijacked by Hezbollah?
This is a classic technique of building a case for invasion of any country, and in this case, Lebanon. It is it's set up to make the invader appear like a liberator, and to make the defenders of their country appear like the occupiers and the usurpers. They've taken their cue from the United States and Israel. Adel Al-Jubeir is very good with words. And this is, I think it's very worrisome that, in fact, this is on the table now, that they're working up to a war in Lebanon. And of course, the primary one that's going to invade Lebanon will, of course, be Israel, possibly with support from the United States.
And Mr. Lourie, it's funny, the exact, almost verbatim accusations that Adel Jubeir right here is leveling against Hezbollah and what its role in Lebanon is a lot of critics have leveled that against Riyadh, what it's trying to do in Yemen. It's trying to hijack the country, the government, trying to, it's doing it in Bahrain. It tried to do it with Qatar. It had a falling out because Qatar didn't want to bow down to every, condition that Riyadh put on Doha, and it tried to do it in Syria. Your thoughts on that?
That's exactly correct. It reminds me very much of the same kind of justification and wording that was used in those situations. This is very worrisome. So I think it's foolhardy. I don't think they're going to win this one. But Israel and Saudi Arabia and probably the Trump administration in the United States feel the need to do something very aggressive, to teach a lesson or something. Didn't work elsewhere. Of course, they can destroy Lebanon again, and perhaps Syria will become engaged in this as well, because it's a neighbor, and of course they're an ally of Hezbollah. So who knows where this is going? Perhaps Israel and the United States see this as a means to recover from their defeat in Syria as well. So there are all kinds of possible reasons they might have for doing this. But yes, this is a very dangerous talk.
Okay, thank you for joining us on the program once again out of Berkeley, California. That was Mr. Paul Lourie, Middle East expert and commentator.